Hi friends! It's our next day of drawing, and today is very special because we are going to draw this wonderful unicorn because our friend Lucy wants to draw a unicorn. Now, this is going to be different. We're going to do kind of like a choose your own adventure drawing. So what that means is, first we're going to draw this awesome unicorn, and if you love your unicorn and your picture is just the way you want it, then great. Take your unicorn and go color it and have fun. Maybe you don't like unicorns as much as you like Spider-Man. So we're also going to draw Spider-Man taking a picture of the unicorn. So either you can just draw the unicorn, you can just draw the Spider-Man, or you can draw them together like I'm going to draw them together. Okay, so let's get started first with our unicorn. Okay, again, I'm doing this in marker, but you guys can do it in whatever you want. Pencil's probably good if you think you might need to make some revisions. So the first thing that we're going to draw is our unicorn's head. And I'm going to draw him a little bit small so that there's room for our Spider-Man, but you can draw yours as big as you want. So the first thing we're going to do is draw the forehead of our unicorn. So let's start doing that by doing one little curve here, and then we're going to do another curve that goes up into the unicorn smile. Again, you can make your smile as big or as small as you want. The next thing we're going to do is put like a little dot where her nose is. And then right up here, we're going to draw her eye. So we're going to do just a curved line like that, and then kind of a semicircle here. And she's got some really cool eyelashes going on, so we can add her eyelashes there. Then in the middle of the eye, we're going to draw like a circle. Now you see how mine's kind of a semicircle? That's because some of her eye is hidden up here in her eye socket, so we're going to leave that like that. And then do another little circle that we're going to leave white to be the shine in her unicorn eye. All right, now right here we're going to draw her horn. So just kind of come up from the edge of her eyelashes there. And we're going to draw a semicircle here. And then you can make your horn as long as you want. I'm going to make mine really long. And we're just going to make that into a triangle. And then we can add some little curved lines on her horn. And I'm just going to connect this forehead line up here to where her horn is. And then we're going to do just a little line here on the other side of the horn. Now she's got some really cool hair going on. So what we're going to do is draw a swoopy line that comes like this and touches on that line that we just drew for the top of the head. And then we're going to draw her ear. So the back of her ear should be kind of like here, and then this will be where the front side is. So I just did two little dots so I don't get lost. And I'm going to make mine have a really big ear. So we'll draw one curved line up, sort of like a plant leaf. And then on the other side here, we'll do another one that connects up there. And then we can just do like a little inside of her ear right there. Okay. Next thing we want to do is make her jaw that's going to be on the left side of her face. So what we're going to do is come over from where the eyelashes are to a little bit further out than the ear. We'll call it like there, and just make a dot again just so that we don't get lost. And then let's make another dot here right under her chin. So what we're going to do is make a line that connects these two dots. And it's going to be a little bit curvy. So we're going to start with a curve down here for the chin. And then we're going to go up here and just like that. All right, so now we've got her jaw. The next thing we want to do is draw the back of her head and neck, which kind of turns into her chest. So again, we're going to make some little dots here so we don't get lost on where to connect our lines. So the first dot, let's make right up here on the ear area. And then the next dot we're going to make is right here, really close to where the jawline is. And then we're going to do another dot that is kind of straight down from there that extends a little bit beyond where the chin is. So we're going to go straight down and below the chin and make another dot. Okay? So what we want to do here is make a really kind of like sloping, like lightly sloping line that just connects all those dots. All right, and that's going to be her neck. And now we can just extend this down into a little bit of a curve right there. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is kind of draw where the back of her is. So right here at her nose, we're going to draw a curving line up here. You'll see what we're going to do with that later. That's going to end up being a piece of her hair, but it's overlapping her back, so we need to draw that first before we draw her back. Now, right at kind of near the middle here of the line, we're just going to draw a very sloping line and then a little straight line out from that. This is going to be her back leg. And then we can curve the back leg a little bit. And then just draw it really sort of straight down. We're going to give her two little tufts of fur before we do her hoof. So after the tuft of fur, just draw a straight line. And then from here we can do her hoof. Okay. Now we're going to come back up here, and right here where we did this kind of curvy thing, let's come over a little bit and make a dot. And we're going to connect the bottom of the hoof to that dot with just a sloping line. Then what we're going to do is come up here, make a dot like right about here. And then from that, we're going to make another connection of the dots there. So that's going to be the back leg. And her tummy is under here. So we can just draw a little line of her tummy. And then another straight line down with two little furs, because this is her next leg. We do a straight line across, and again with the hoof. This leg's a little simpler than the back one. And then we'll just draw her kind of arm up here, and then we can extend this down to connect it. Now that's just the feet that we can see on the front of her. She does have feet behind her. So from here, we're going to draw just a curving line and then kind of a slightly sloped line up. Again, two little furs, and then kind of a straight line to connect to the body. And then for the hoof, this time we're going to make the front a little bit longer. So almost like a little rectangle that's shorter on this side. Then we're going to draw her other back leg back here. So for that, we'll just do a sloping line straight across. This leg is kind of overlapping it, so we're just going to do like a little semicircle here so you can see the back of it. And again, we'll do the hoof. Okay, so she's also got some little details. If you want to give her a couple spots, you can give her a couple spots. Now the last thing we're going to do is her hair. And her hair can look like whatever you want. I'm going to follow along the drawing pretty closely, but you can make her hair really wild. You can give her a mohawk, whatever you're feeling. What we're going to do is start here with this line we already drew, and then we're going to extend it across the horn. So make just a little line here so you don't get lost. What we're going to do is make a big swooping line for her hair that connects this line down to this one. So mine's going to look like that. And then let's do her tail fur because we're kind of near that. So let's start with making like a semicircle here. And then we're going to do another one underneath of it. And for this one, let's just do like a big swooping line that kind of curves up. So kind of like ends in a fish hook. And then what we're going to do is do another line in here that swoops a lot less, but connects up to that fish hook. All right. And you can add some more details in here in her tail fur if you want. And then here at the bottom near her hoof, we'll draw just like one more little hook and then connect that up to the rest of her tail fur. All right, so back to the hair fur. We're going to come over here near the neck. Again, this doesn't have to be exact because it's hair. And we'll just draw a semicircle up, followed by another semicircle. My girl's got some good hair here. And then just another one that goes up into a fish hook and then comes down to connect with the rest of her hair. And then the last piece of hair we're going to do over here, again, almost like a semicircle. And then we're going to just do a little hook in here and then down to her neck. All right, so there's our unicorn. And she's got some stars around her in the picture, so I'll draw some stars too. You don't have to, but we're here. We might as well draw stars. Okay, ta-da! So if you just want to draw a unicorn, there's your unicorn. If you want to add a Spider-Man to your unicorn, I'm going to do that next. He's going to be up here. He's going to be kind of small, sort of like a fairy Spider-Man. Since he's in unicorn world, he's a fairy Spider-Man. So what we're going to do with him is we're going to start with his phone because he's taking a picture of this fabulous unicorn. So first thing we're going to do is draw like a semicircle for his hand that's holding the phone. And then we'll draw a rectangle that the semicircle kind of intersects with. I'll just do a circle here. And then we got to draw his camera because he's taking a picture. So just do a triangle with two little dots in it. We want our phone to look 3D. So what we'll do is do a little line back like that. And then we'll just do little lines like that. And that's the bottom. So that's how we can make that look three-dimensional. The next thing we want to draw is his head. So his head is intersecting with the phone. Well, actually, let's do his little peace sign first, because that'll be important. So let's go across from his phone here, kind of in alignment with the top. We're going to draw like a V, like that. That's going to be his peace sign. And then he's got two little fingers next to it, so we'll do two kind of ovals. And then we got to show where his thumb is. So we'll do a straight line out from there, curve to show the thumb, and then wrap it all up in a semicircle. And then we'll do just a little line here to show the cuff of his Spider-Man suit. All right, now we can do his head. His head's going to be a big oval. So again, let's do some dots so we don't get lost. We'll put one right here. And then the other one we'll do kind of over here, like on the tip of his finger. So what we want to do is draw a big head, and then we'll extend that line you know, just imagine where it would go across the fingers and the phone. All right. And now we need to draw his Spider-Man eyes, but to do that, I think it's easiest if we draw the center of his web first. So put just a little circle right in the middle, and then we're going to draw the first eye. Now they take up most of his head, his mask. So do line up like that. We're going to intersect this with his fingers, so just come down to his fingers and then imagine where the line would go through there. We're going to make another shape on the inside of this that kind of matches the same size. And then this part gets colored in because that's kind of the black part on his mask. And then the other eye kind of wraps around his head. So draw a sloping line down that goes near the circle in the middle. This is kind of a squinty eye. And then just down to connect with the phone. We'll do the same thing we did on the other eye. Draw a shape on the inside that kind of matches the same flow. And then we're going to color this one black. Now we can draw the web on his face. So to do that, just draw a straight line up. Line. Line. Everything's kind of going to that imaginary middle circle. And we'll do a line here, a line here, one over here. And then to make the web, all we're going to do is draw little sloping semicircles that connect the lines. You can draw as many as you want. All right, so there's our Spider-Man head. Now we're going to finish up his body. So let's go over here to the phone. And from under the phone, let's draw just a line kind of straight down. And over here, another one. And then we'll just draw a line up to the cuff of his sleeve. So he's kind of putting his fingers out towards us so we don't see a lot of his arm. We can just kind of color that in. Then we're going to draw his utility belt. So just do two little circles, and then we'll connect them with the belt. And then you can draw a cool spider on him. I know spiders have more legs than that, but that's what we're going to get here. Then draw a line that kind of goes near the sides of his body to mark off where the blue part of his suit is. I'm going to color my blue part in black so you can see. And then you can add webs to his suit if you want, just like we did above. All right, so the last part of our Spider-Man are his legs. So draw a little curved line here. We're going to draw a little curved line here. And then this is going to be like his knee, that curved line. And then just do like a little hook and then up and down to make his foot. So you see his knee is kind of overlapping where his foot is. And we can draw a line here because his feet are the red part of his suit. You can draw more webs if you want. And then for his other leg, we're going to come up near his utility belt and just draw one big swooping line down. Don't quite connect it to the other one. And then do one more semicircle to be his other foot. And we'll mark off here. Again, this is more red part of his suit, so you can draw more webs if you want. And then this part of his suit would be blue. So I'm just going to shade mine in black so you can see. All right, so we'll give him a little flash on his camera, like he's taking a picture of this awesome unicorn. We can give her a little ground to stand on too. Maybe she's chilling in some grass. All right, doing unicorn things. All right, there we go. Nailed it. Thanks, Lucy, for the idea of the unicorn. And I hope some of my friends enjoyed Spider-Man too. See you tomorrow.